make some coffee. I've been worried about you all afternoon. I didn't want to leave you alone, but I couldn't leave the students. But I've been thinking about what you said.
Hey, hon, could you get me some water?
Does Pop know? Does Frank, he doesn't know, does he? About... So you were pregnant with Adeline when you suddenly left for Yakima.
I mean, I'd already missed 2 periods, for God's sake. I mean, by the time we left for Dad's house, I didn't want to have abortion. I was a Christian.
Well, you should have told...
I haven't thrown one out for a long time. So let me tell you what I've seen, and then I want to know if Gaetana's seeing the same thing. You guys are like totally connecting in the second scene and the third scene.
Not the first.
Not the first.
Huh.
You're not. That was the first was actually the first scene you connected in, but there's been so much growth between you in the dynamic and the interaction and your relationship as sisters that I don't see it in the first scene.
Well, it's because Odile is so out of it. There's not much you can connect, like in the first scene.
Would that be true? That because I'm not, like, how much am I out of it, or am I responding to her?
When I say connecting, even if you're not connecting, if you're siblings, you're connecting. That's just the way it is. You know too many things about each other. You have too many memories together have been recorded. And you can go to a therapist, and it doesn't even have to be the most talented therapists in the world. That therapist is going to accept you the way you are. She can't. That's a connection. Just the fact, it's like a negative
It's like being
connection.
triggered, so every little thing she said, even when I'm out of it, I'm like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I would think that if I had made adjustments in my life and I was a grown-up now, and here's this person who's just a little snot to you, this little 8-year-old who followed you around, and she can't accept you as different, I would think there would be a little resentment. Just like you're upset because she's not your idol anymore, I would think there's going to be a little... I know that I've gotten that from my sister. I know I have. Mm-hmm. I've gotten it from all my siblings because I'm the oldest. It's relative.
When there's something in a life-changing event that's happened, mm-hmm. But I know, like, I think in my family there was something that came up, and it's easier for us to pretend it didn't happen, mm-hmm. But the sibling who it happened to is so resentful that we kind of go, yeah, maybe.
That's
whatever.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what's going on here.
About.
It's like, this thing happened to me, for God's sake, mm-hmm. And she's still kind of like, mm-hmm. Really?
Well, she just wants to know the details, that like, because she can't really believe it.
She can't believe it. But that's what I mean. I can't believe that she couldn't believe it.
Because she has to shoot down. Exactly. She has to shoot down not just this idol. She's got to shoot down the other two.
And her image also, that she's had of you, all these
mm-hmm.
years. Yeah.
And of course, and then there's that betrayal that you didn't tell him sooner. That's the other thing. I noticed that.
Yeah.
Like.
Sis! Oh God, I'll make some coffee. I've been thinking about what you said. I didn't want to leave you alone, but I had to because of the students. But I've really been thinking about what you said.
Oh, sis, could you get me some water? What should I do? I've lost her. I shouldn't have told her. I shouldn't have told her. She didn't have to know.
Yes, she did. You had to tell her. She had to know. She would have found out somehow.